August 1805. The War of the Three Emperors has begun. Unwilling to stand by any longer, the Iron Kaiser declares war on France, joined by his steadfast Austrian ally. Within a month, both carry out lightning-fast offensives. Prussian troops seize the French province of Hanover, while Austrian forces expel the Grande Armée from Bavaria and northern Italy. Emperor Napoleon, shocked by the speed of his enemies, marches upon the Prussian town of Cleves in a fit of rage. At the bloody Battle of Cleves, Napoleon's army is surrounded and shattered by an Austro-Prussian relief force nearly twice its number. The emperor himself is wounded and flees to Paris. The Allies are victorious, but there is no time to celebrate as urgent news comes from the north. King Christian of Denmark has seized this opportunity and slaughtered the Prussian garrison at Mecklenburg. The battered Allied armies must now turn to deal with this threat before finishing their invasion of France.
Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. V back with another episode of Napoleon Total War. We had a bit of a hiatus. I did some traveling, and my friend Iron Kaiser was doing some of the Age of Mythology beta, which looks fantastic. Speaking of Iron Kaiser, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Like you say, that beta was amazing. I'm just really blessed. Except in the world of Napoleon Total War, where I still burn with rage over the loss of Schwerin to the Danish.
That's right.
I want my revenge.
Yeah, the Danes. We were attacked by the Danes last episode while we were wailing on Napoleon over at Cleves. So this episode we have fondly named the Danish episode. We will destroy those pickled herring eating traitors. So the first thing I'm going to do, my dear Kaiser, is I'm going to start sending my Italian army north to assist you while I keep my main force stationed on the French border. I don't want Napoleon to, start doing anything dastardly. And I am going to send my cavalry force, which is absolutely beat up. I'm going to send it over to Hanover, where it can start to sort of refresh itself. And I think that's all I need to do, so the turn is yours.
Fantastic. Well, I'm just going to train up some Fusilier in Berlin. And I suppose I will move General von Blücher and the bloodied but still strong Prussian army to swing over toward the Danish side and just hope that Napoleon doesn't come back with the fury while I'm dealing with the Danes.
We did wound him last episode, so I think we have bought ourselves some time, and I think Mecklenburg will be an easy retake. Copenhagen, on the other hand, that one will be a bit of a tougher fish, just because they're going to have a lot of troops in a very small area. But I think Copenhagen, once we add it to your collection, it'll be a very, very profitable province. Oh, my dear Kaiser, the Ottomans, Selim I, has declared war on me. Looks like he has forgotten how terrifying I can be. Although I don't have a lot on this frontier, so I think we're just gonna have to stay defensive for a while.
Yeah. So are we adding some kebab onto the pickled herring?
I believe so. Yeah. I don't know if the Scandinavians and the Ottomans are in league with each other, but seems like the sick man of Europe wants to play. So.
12 seconds later.
Okay, so that was weird. He made peace with me.
Okay.
I didn't even offer him any money. Do you think he was just trying to intimidate me? See if I would call his bluff?
He seems very confused.
Well, that was the most unimpactful war in the history of Europe. The one-turn war, where the Ottomans and the Austrians stared at each other across a field until they both went home. Ooh, Prussia. What does Friedrich Wilhelm have in store for me?
I would like you to join my war against the Danes.
Ah, very good, Mr. Frederick. I shall consider your offer, and I shall join your war for the small payment of 1 gold.
Fair point. I do believe I owe you 1.
Oh, that's right. I gave you 1 in episode 1 to buy your
yeah,
units.
Here you. I could have given it you back with interest, maybe throwing 1 or 2 more on top.
Man, I should have haggled. Oh well.
Yeah.
Our coffers are groaning with all of this new Prussian wells. Okay, so this Danish force is about 3 units.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you've been kind of smack talking your own cavalry units here, but they look way stronger.
Yeah.
Than this dude.
Yeah, they did replenish a little bit in your territory. They replenished more than I thought. Are we going to auto-resolve this or fight it on the battlefield?
I feel like this is not going to be a very impressive battle.
Yeah.
So I do not mind auto-resolve.
Let's auto-resolve it. Hopefully just wipe him out. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Very insubstantial losses for me on that one. Not that I had much to lose, but... Ooh, I see Napoleon.
No.
Yep, he's waddling his little butt over to Württemberg. Might have a German speaker in the audience that wants to crucify me for what I just said there. But yeah, he made his way to Württemberg with a very small guard. Looks like him and maybe one other... No, it's just him. Okay. Do you have any troops near, what is it? Bavaria? Is your cavalry force still there?
Do I have troops? Yeah, let me double check that.
Wow, the Danes offered me 860 gold for peace. That's 859 more than I got for joining, but I'm going to stick to my ally. I do not make smart financial decisions.
I applaud your strength of character. You are not swayed by the filthy lucre of the Danes.
Oh, I didn't know I was at war with the Swiss, but they're besieging Italy. That's not good. Man, all of these new people that I didn't know I was fighting. All right, so Italy has been besieged. There's a rebellion there. Things are going well. The land isn't developed. I need to invest in some infrastructure here, my friend.
That's a good idea.
Let's see. Yeah, there's not a lot else I can do. Can keep moving my army north. I think I'm like 1 turn away from approaching Schwerin from the... I'd actually be approaching it from the east.
Okay.
With my main force, but I'll march this army closer. Okay. Oh, I can raid their trade route. That's a smart thing to do. Okay. I think I'm in reinforcement range without calling out the garrison.
Nice.
And then Napoleon's at Württemberg with a decent force. The Swiss, the rebels. Should I just let Innsbruck fall to the rebels?
I do still have a very teeny tiny cavalry force. Actually right beside that Swiss army. So I think together we can actually take that.
Hold on. Let me see. How much is Innsbruck making me? It's not even making me that much money. You know what? I think I'm just going to let the Swiss take it, and I'm going to let them deal with it. That way they can put down that rebellion and...
Yeah, the rebels are way more of a threat than the Swiss are.
Yeah.
So that might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, and I think the minute I leave to go fight the Swiss, that's when Napoleon's going to come in from Württemberg and just make a mess. So, yeah, I'm going to send my spy deeper into France. Ooh, wow. Okay, so, yeah, the French cities further in, they're pretty heavily garrisoned, so I do not want to get bogged down in the Alps fighting rebels.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It made the decision for me.
We slaughtered them.
All right. Well, that works.
Love that.
Okay, we will peacefully occupy. After all, this is our territory.
Yes. After we rid ourselves of the Danes.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And let's get some cobbled roads down. I like that idea.
Because you know what's better than a road of dirt? Is a road of stone.
It's true. I was wondering where you're going with that. Like,
well, I was
road
thinking
of the bones of my enemies or something, and that's just stone.
I was thinking of that old Caesar Augustus quote, but revamping it for this game. So I found Schwerin, a city of dirt, and I left it a city of cobblestone. Not quite as inspiring, but
but maybe more accurate. I like it.
From Kaiser Augustus.
Let's see. I don't want to give you guys technologies. Go away.
Oh, the British?
Yeah, the Brits and the Spains, they come to me every couple turns.
I swear, I can't stand the Brits on this campaign. They sit on their island, they demand things from you, and then every 20 turns, they land on the coast and get their army killed, and then they sit back for another 20 turns. It's very frustrating.
All right. Good news and bad news alike. The Batavian army, the very impressive, fearsome, and there's no sarcasm in that.
Oh.
The Dutch army is no longer threatening Cleves.
Oh.
That's the good news.
Okay.
The bad news is it's actually moving to the north through Oldenburg into the heart of Prussia, or maybe even moving north into Schwerin.
Oh. Do you think it's planning on attacking Hanover?
I have no idea. I have no idea. It's a little concerning.
This is interesting. Now, we could... this is a tough choice. Do we march south in the hopes that they meet us there, or do we march north where we know the enemy is?
Well, I'm thinking we know Copenhagen is to the north, and I will not bet on the strategic genius of the AI Dutch.
Oh, don't insult my ancestors like that, Kaiser.
The AI Dutch are your ancestors.
Yes.
What have you not told me,
Yes,
Mr. B?
we are a great and glorious auto-generated people.
Auto-generated people. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I am thinking... let's take the army. I'm thinking we just move north to Copenhagen. And we'll keep eyes on that army.
Okay.
And see what they do. But I think I want to move my force north to Copenhagen and see if I can't do some damage.
Good. I like this plan. They probably will peace out, and maybe the Swedes will clean them up or something. Oh, boy. Well, okay. Remember when I said Napoleon was alone? He was not.
Oh, no! The cavalry! I forgot.
It's okay. I am retreating. I have successfully left Württemberg after my Prussian allies just didn't show up. Oh. All right, Kaiser. We have caught him at Munich. Please help me save the city that I rightfully stole from the French. I think we outnumber him by about 500. It is Napoleon, so we can't underestimate him, but I feel pretty good about beating him again.
It is Napoleon, but it's also Mr. V.
Thank you.
And it's also Iron Kaiser.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. How armchair general of you to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so reinforcements. Oh, how interesting. I'm going to enter on his flank.
That is interesting. I want to capture just this brief moment in history where you have the entire French army arrayed on the horizon.
Yeah.
Versus my 3 guys.
That is quite a sight. Now, if you can see, I basically have 2 I have two armies approaching from different directions. I have the actual citizens of Munich approaching from Napoleon's left flank. And I have the main army, which is approaching from the south. So I see a very juicy kind of rising hill towards the edge of the map. I don't know if you see it as well.
Yeah.
But I think that is where I am going to draw up my main line. And then as far as my armed citizens, I think I'm just going to send them to harass the left flank. I don't expect them to do a ton, but maybe they'll shoot a couple of cavalry and do something.
Right.
So.
Right. So what I'm envisioning, unless you would suggest otherwise, is I will sort of move my cavalry to maybe try to see if there are any weaknesses on the far side of Napoleon's lines, sort of compared to where your force is going to be lining up.
That is a good plan. Yeah, I am not very mobile. In fact, my main army has no cavalry to speak of. However, we do have a lot of citizens. Like, I've got 5 regiments of armed citizens, so maybe I can just kind of mass fire and... I don't know. I would love to use them to kind of disrupt his artillery line. Because if this just turns into an artillery duel, we should have the advantage. Where are the Prussians? Oh, there they are. You're taking a nice hill up here, my friend.
Yeah, and taking fire from the 6-pounder horse artillery.
Ooh. It's pretty protected as well. I mean, it's not brilliantly protected, but yeah, there's enough of a force there. Holy cow, how many citizens are showing up? This is like all of Munich. Okay, well, keep them coming.
They love your rule.
I hope so. I try to be a nice guy, you know? And they all wore the same shirt. Look at these guys. What a bunch of bros.
War is the ultimate team building exercise.
It really is. It really is. Any luck on your flank? Oh my goodness, you're engaged.
We are engaged. Yeah, unfortunately the artillery was really putting in some good work. So I'm hoping my cavalry, now that they are just crashing into the cannons, maybe they can do some good damage.
Speaking of cavalry, Napoleon's trying to get at my cannon, but I think my grenadiers can hold him off. Ooh. Don't you dare swing in on my guns. I need these guns. Oh boy. This is gonna get ugly, Kaiser, my friend.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. No more walking. You guys need to run. Oh no, Prince.
So I just lost my general. That's the bad news.
Okay.
But we have, though, taken out the artillery, as well as a unit of cavalry, so...
Good.
Oh, wait.
The one good thing about our situation right now is Napoleon he's put his units in a lot of different spots. So we've got that going for us. Oh man, I'm gonna have to play this so defensive now. He's got so many cav. Okay, we're starting to actually form somewhat of a line. The artillery is beginning to unpack. We might be actually able to get... If I can get some canister shot on these guys, that will be a huge help. Just fire at the center of his line. I don't care. I don't care what you hit. I don't care who you hit, as long as they're French. And get these regiments up to the front. No more diddling, no more daddling.
I need to remember that line, as long as they're French with my own artillery, you know.
As long as they're French, we do not care.
Whenever we fight, I just say I don't care as long as you hit somebody, and it tends to be your guys more often than not.
Yeah, you do have a habit of hitting my cavalry out of nowhere. Okay. Well, my armed citizens, despite losing, they're holding up about half the French army, so you know what? I'll take that. He's got a few banged up units of infantry. Yeah, I like my chances here. All right, dig in the stakes, boys. Oh, where were they hiding those? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know where you pulled those giant wooden stakes from, fellas. Okay. Are the stakes in? Have you set them up? Hey, come on. Put in your stakes. Stop loading the guns and put the stakes in. Oh, Napoleon. Napoleon Total War. You frustrate me. All right.
Interesting. The once retreating unit of Fusilier are back.
Of course they are. All right, boys. Stakes are in. Let's get out of here.
And here come the horses.
Oh, are they coming?
They're coming.
Oh, please run under these stakes. Yes!
That would be amazing. Oh!
Oh, that's not going to stop them, though.
No, it
slow
won't
them
take him
down.
out, but that'll slow him down. That hurts.
Well, that one unit of... Well, I don't know. I don't think they've picked a target yet. Are they going to run in? Yeah, this other one's going to hit it, too. At least a few of them. Okay. Worth it.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, those poor light infantry. Sorry, fellas. Sorry you had to get caught in the crossfire, but part of the deal. Okay, well, Napoleon basically threw his cavalry to the wind. What is he doing now? The sucker's withdrawing.
Look at that. He's running for dear life.
Oh, man. AI is smarter than I give it credit for. That's actually clever of him to withdraw.
Yeah. Once the charge straight into the stakes tactic failed, it's like, he just had nothing more to play.
Yeah. All right. Well, Kaiser.
Decisive victory.
Decisive, but Napoleon escaped with about half of his men, so he's still going to be a threat. Oh, that was ugly.
That was. But, if you're going to fight Napoleon, you've got to buckle in for some ugly.
Yeah, I mean, we took more losses, but... Okay. Well. Oh, now he's going to run off. All right, I should be able to finish him off, but if his marshals come to reinforce... Let's just hope Württemberg stays right where they are.
I'm sorry. Wait. One last little wrinkle in this episode here.
What?
The Mecklenburg rebels have shown up.
Oh. They've revolted?
And I guess.
Man.
I guess. Like, that's the last thing I need.
Let us fight.
Alexander Schlegel leading the rebels. You're going to try to take Schwerin from me again?
Man, Schwerin's a hotbed.
Schwerin is mine!
Oh,
And no others!
So we've fought the Mecklenburgs for it. We've fought the Danes for it. And now we have to fight rebels for it.
Yes.
Oh, man. Who knew when we first took this city that it was going to be such a headache? Okay, I don't know where my reinforcements are going to approach from, good sir. It looks like we are coming from... Ooh, look at this delicious hill position. Would you like to pull your men back and join me on this luscious hill?
I like it.
We win Schwerin by abandoning Schwerin, you see. All right. So how does this sound? Your men can hold the left flank of the hill, possibly even that farmhouse. So
I was looking at the farmhouse.
Yeah, from that farmhouse all the way to the base of the hill, my men will hold the right flank as far as this this fence line. And that way we provide a really wide base for our men.
I like it.
Yeah, but I have two generals here. I'm feeling pretty confident. So I can have one on each flank to inspire the men. I've got some cavalry. What is the layout of the army? Have you had the chance to to scope it out yet?
I'm looking at that right now. A lot of revolutionaries, militia units.
Okay.
Looks like a single unit of chevaux de guerre, cavalry.
Okay.
But actually, what's catching my attention more than anything is that they're called Mecklenburger revolutionaries, and that makes me hungry.
Oh, that does sound good. I could go for a Mecklenburger right now.
I want to know what's on a Mecklenburger, right?
Shame. Shame and defeat is what we are serving, my dear Kaiser.
Yes, I like it.
Okay. So, I've got a small cavalry force that will join you at the farmhouse. And then I've got a large cavalry force making their way to the right. Are your men going to be able to get out in time?
I'm hoping so. I'm setting up around the farmhouse.
Okay.
Are you advising me to pull further back?
Well, maybe those men as a holding force, but those other 3 units, if you want to fall back, do you see this, yeah, I would say maybe fall back all the way to the base of the hill.
Fall back to the further farmhouse.
But that farmhouse actually might be a good holding point. It'll kind of stem the bleeding, because I think a lot of your enemy units will just kind of try to clear them out first, which will give us more time to set our formation.
Good deal. Okay, the artillery I'm sorry, not the artillery. The cavalry, they're surrounding this building, trying to figure out how exactly to...
They're like, how do we get our horses in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, less cavalry for us to deal with, because I mean, my cavalry's still pretty beat up. I've got a few healthy units, but you can see my big glob on the right flank. I'm hoping their main job will just be chase fleeing Mecklenburgers. Oh, now I'm hungry again.
Yeah, what do you call a unit of Mecklenburger light cavalry? Fast food.
Oh my god. You just couldn't help yourself, could you? Speaking of cavalry, oh wow, you chased him off. Nice.
That unit
square.
immediately broke. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, well, since you have that pretty well consolidated, I'm going to push out my flank as far as the tree line, and then if you want to join my line there. That way we just have more room to maneuver.
Ooh. Oh, wait, we have another unit of cavalry moving in.
Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Look at these Prussians. So well drilled. Oh, they can't decide who they want. Oh, they're going to charge my militia? They're going to thread the needle? I don't know.
They're going to go for the farmhouse.
Okay, well, that is a decision they're allowed to make, I guess.
A few moments later.
There's just something so fun, whether it's AoE 3 or here in Napoleon Total War, just watching the salvos of gunfire go off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That would be a cool mod for AoE 3, is to give a more all-encompassing smoke effect. Look at you with your general. I didn't know that you charged him right into town.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me provide you. Look at my men just sitting back here. Let me provide you some reinforcement. I'll start moving my men around the flanks. Since you don't just want to sit back here and shoot them to death. Although you do have a unit of men parked right in front of my cannon. And I'm just going to say you're at risk of some friendly fire right now.
Fair point, fair point. More cavalry charging into the square formation.
Ooh,
in the city.
And in the streets as well. This is very cinematic.
You say as this building, this shop or whatever, collapses.
Oh, jeez.
That was kind of scary. I didn't expect that.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Ooh, cool. Okay. Last unit is running.
Nice. Decisive victory.
And with a decisive blow, we have defeated the rebellion against the almighty Kaiser. That was actually pretty easy. I was more worried about that battle than I should have been. Wow.
Yeah, it was. I feel like this is a beautiful cornerstone. We started this episode losing Schwerin,
Yes.
and after all of the fighting, the back and forth, the triumphs and the tragedies, we have reclaimed Schwerin. I am very happy.
Indeed. And though we did not defeat the Danes, we have at least made peace with the Danes. For now. So hopefully one day we can destroy them. And next episode, I know the first thing I'm going to do is catch up to Napoleon and give him a little revenge for what he did to us in Bavaria. But we'll have to save that for next time, Kaiser. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Not as productive an episode as we may have hoped, but we held our ground. We didn't lose anything big. Except Cleves, of course.
We have gotten the mettle of our enemies.
Yeah.
And we will come back with greater force next time.
Yeah. I think France is ready to go all in, and we shall continue to meet them on the battlefield. But guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, all those things. Tell us what we should do next and what strategic moves you would make in our place. But until then, everyone, have a great day. Have a great life. See you later.